What's up? Dennis, Analog Archives here. Today we're going to do a response video from like way back in the day, dude. Before I was even on YouTube. It's like 7 years ago. Started by Eli from Dark Hymns of the Cold North. Go check his channel out. But he did this, and there was a lot of responses. We had Marty and fucking so many dudes. Guttural Monk. There's a lot of dudes back in the day that don't do videos anymore. So basically, it's like shit that got you into death metal. But when I was watching some of the videos, it was just all death metal. I was like, so death metal got you into death metal? That doesn't make any sense. But then I was thinking, well, is that like stuff you heard and you're like, oh, that's death metal? Yeah, I like it. I don't know. I didn't get it. And it was 20 albums that got you into death metal. Metal Mickey just did one, and he narrowed it down to 10. Steve, which I watched. This is where I got the idea from Steve at S&T Young. Go check his video out. It's pretty good. But for me, it's going to be actually like, this is the shit that got me into death metal. So, and it's going to be a bunch of good shit. So, and I'm starting from way back. So, just a bit of history for how I got into like, or what made me get into death metal. I mean, for me, it's gonna be early bands, dude, like fucking Molly Crew, Shadow the Devil, when it came out. I just like the Pentagram. I like all that. I was always into horror films, so like anything that like was against what was going on. For me, like everybody liked Kiss when I was a kid. I liked AC/DC, Highway to Hell, Power Age, High Voltage. Those records for me were way better than Kiss. I thought Kiss was pussy shit. I was like, what is this? This isn't hard. And I was like 10. But when I was 10, I had all the, whatever AC/DC records had come out, I had them all. And then, you know, it was, for me, it was AC/DC, Van Halen, Ozzy, fucking, and then, like, in the 80s, obviously, Motley Crue, Armored Saint, that kind of shit. I just got, whatever was heavier than what I had listened to previously, that's what I wanted to hear, so, yeah, man. But, yeah, then death metal came, and, well, thrash, speed metal, heavier metal, and then, so we'll just get started. But anyways, dude, I found this today in Reno. We got the Glass Bottle 40. I thought these were only in the Bay Area, so we got lucky. We got a fucking Old English. We're gonna drink it today. Video might be long, not gonna lie, but it's 20 records, 20-ish. I might add in a couple. So, stick with me. See some of these fucking killer records. All OG press. Alright. So for me, man, this is the record. Venom, Welcome to Hell. Probably the record that got me into, like, heavier stuff. Like, and obviously with the Pentagram and stuff, I was gravitated towards it because Motley Crue had a Pentagram on their record. This came out in 81, way ahead of its time. I think this is an Italian pressing, Noise Records. Yeah, classic shit, man. Very satanic. I like the little fucking pink lyric sheet. Killer shit, man. Love this record. Still love it. It's very evil, very, I guess, black metal, new wave of British heavy metal, Sons of Satan, Welcome to Hell. Just the subject matter in itself. Schizo's a fucking banger. Mayhem with Mercy, Poison, Live Like an Angel, Die Like a Devil. Witching Hour, 1,000 Days in Sodom. This album fucking bangs, dude. I like this more than black metal, honestly, but just a killer record. Angel Dust, In League with Satan, Red Light Fever. It's just a nasty, nasty fucking record. Really, really good. Once I heard this, I knew I needed more shit that was like this. So that's my starting point to getting into heavier stuff when I was a kid. Up next, I'm not going to take all these out of the fucking package, but the package, the sleeves, Sodom and the Sign of Evil, Devil's Game Press. Come on, man. This is nasty stuff. I remember getting this record with, I bought this in Snow White EP. I can't remember the name of the EP, but I bought this and that, and I was blown away by both of them. But this one especially, man. It's just like, I even saw my friend from junior high, and he had bought it. It was like in the summer between junior high and high school. And he's like, you ever heard that Sodom? I'm like, yeah. I think we're at a shoe store. Or maybe, shoes were sold at fucking back then at JCPenney, so. But yeah, look at these guys. They knew what was going on. Bullet belts galore. And this was fucking 84, right? 85 this came out? Come on, man. Nobody was doing this shit, so. Classic fucking shit. Great, great record. Very satanic in my opinion at the time. Now it's kind of goofy, but back when you're a kid, it's a different story. You're just like, oh, fuck, this is crazy. Here's another one that I still love, man. I mean, this is the blueprint for death metal, in my opinion. Slayer, Hell Awaits. It's a death metal record with thrash vocals. But even in the beginning, when Tom Araya is like, join us, just that fucking evil sound. I wanted to hear more of that. I love that shit, dude. Man, so fucking good. And I was really into this kind of stuff at the time too, because being a kid, I was really into that kind of horror movie aesthetic. Evil Dead was my favorite movie. It's the first movie I ever rented that I recorded. I got 2 VCRs and recorded the movie to another tape. It was a movie that like was so over the top for me as a kid. I was like, God, I've never seen anything like this. So much gore, and it was still, the movie just fucking, I mean, that movie with death metal goes along with so many records, right? It's almost like an inspirational fucking movie. But obviously you have the intro, Join Us from Evil Dead. Man, so good. Songs on here: At Dawn They Sleep, Necrophiliac, Praise of Death, fucking Hell Awaits, all that intro from Hell Awaits, Crypts of Eternity, Kill and Kill Again. The lyrics on here are really, really good. Just fucking amazing fucking record. The riffs are insane. You can tell the band was trying to like go from fucking Show No Mercy to like Merciful Fate influenced stuff, but with a punk edge, I guess. And then they went full blown punk on Rain and Blood. Obviously, super fast, super inspired by all the fucking fast bands at the time, with their own style, which is sick. But yeah, man, this one for me, very atmospheric. This and Haunting the Chapel are so fucking good. Just an amazing record to me. Here's another one I really love. Still love it. I'm gonna love all these records, man. Destruction, Sense of Death. Come on, this record. It's just this EP, man. A Total Disaster, Black Mass, Mad Butcher, Satan's Vengeance, Devil's Soldiers. Every song on here is a banger. I just remember listening to this on my Walkman at high school. I remember this and The Warning by Queensryche. I would jam all the time. Nobody knew what this record was in my high school. I was pretty much the only one that had this record. This is a Steamhammer press. I do have I think it's a Metal Blade press. But yeah, fuck. It has a different color. It has like them on the in a like a green fucking grass, like cemetery. But yeah, man, this one's sick too. Great record. Up next, we have Possessed, Seven Churches. Yeah, dude. I remember buying this. I bought it at, I don't know if you guys remember Warehouse Records. It might be a Bay Area thing, but I bought this at Warehouse on my lunch break at school because you could leave campus, and my friend Larry drove us over to the Warehouse. I bought this in Voivod, War and Pain. I remember bringing this back to school, and I didn't have a bag, and I had like walking around to classes, and Jay Fackler, who was in Transgressor with Steve Montiel from Neurosis, who also went to my high school. He was like, dude, can I check that out? And I was just like kind of the big kid on campus, but I was like way younger than them, so that was cool. Like, but yeah, dude, this record's so good. Starts out with The Exorcist, Pentagram, Burning in Hell, Evil Warrior, Seven Churches, and I think I had heard this before because I think I had the Metal Massacre comp that had Swing of the Axe on it, so I kind of knew what I was getting into. Satan's Curse, Holy Hell, Twisted Minds. Every song's a banger. Death metal. Yeah, it's a death metal. Meh. I don't know. That's all. I don't know why people always like try to be like, is this death metal? Who cares, dude? I mean, it's the intro for me. I wasn't always like a big guy on like genres until I got like probably older. But as a kid, I don't give a shit, man. I just knew this was fucking fast, heavy, and satanic. That's all I gave a fuck about. And it delivered the goods. Classic record. And the way these, like, the songs are written, they're so, like, off-kilter, and they go everywhere, but somehow they work. Just a fucking classic. And that was from fucking 85. So way back. I don't know, man. Some of these records, you just get Hellhammer, Apocalyptic Raids. There's another one. I don't know who this band was when I bought this. I just saw this record and I was like, wow, that looks fucking evil as fuck. I probably should buy that. Devil has a big ass dick. It's a weird cover, right? But it makes sense. This is a Metal Blade version. I don't know if there's a noise version, honestly, but I remember buying this and listening to it, and I was like, God, this sounds sloppy as fuck, but it's still sick. After I heard this record, I started playing. When I was playing guitar, I would try to play songs like this, just like this evil as fuck, like slow, crushing, muted guitar chords that just sounded evil. I mean, it's hard to recreate shit like this. And you have the fucking Celtic Frost, Only Death is Real thing right there, and the little fucking, whatever that thing is, pentahexagram, tetragrammagan. But yeah, man, and that was way back, dude. That Hellhammer came out in fucking 84. So getting that, obviously Celtic Frost, Morbid Tales blew my mind as well. Yeah, just amazing shit. Alright, up next, Creator, Pleasure to Kill. This is pretty much on everybody's list. I watched videos. There's not one video I think I saw that didn't have Creator, Pleasure to Kill on it. Shit, dude. Starts out with Choir of the Damned, Ripping Corpse. Death is Your Savior, Pleasure to Kill, Ride of Violence. Pestilence, Carrion, Command of the Blade, Under the Guillotine. Amazing fucking record. This record just fucking takes you by the fucking throat, dude. Never lets go. Non-stop fucking thrash. soul with those vocals. I mean, probably every death metal band's probably influenced by this and Possessed. And I'm pretty sure Jurgen mentioned to me one time that they were listening to a lot of Seven Churches when they recorded this. That was their inspiration. So, goes to show you, man. Massive banger from, I think this came out in '86. But yeah. Thought I wrote it down, but yeah, '86, Pleasure to Kill. German fucking thrash legends. Speaking of '86, we have Dark Angel, Darkness Descends. Come on, man. This album never fucking lets up. And I had heard Burning in Sodom. Well, I had the first record, We Have Arrived. I think that's what it's called. I had that, but Welcome to the Slaughterhouse was a fucking banger on that record. And this took basically that song and made a full record. I think Merciless Death was on there as well. But yeah, man, that's fucking, it just goes for the throat again. And you can hear a lot of influence to death metal. Obviously, Deicide took a lot from this record. You listen to this, it's just basically Deicide without Glenn Benton's vocals, especially Black Prophecies. Massive banger. Don Dottie goes fucking for it. Hunger of the Undead, Black Prophecies, Perish in Flames, Death is Certain, Life is Not. So good, dude. Based on Judge Dredd. I was really into comics at the time too, so hearing like shit based on comic books kind of was like the thing for me. I was reading all sorts of fucking horror comics and anything I get my hands on like that. Judge Dredd, Punisher. That was my shit back then. Still is. Up next, another one from '86, dude. Sepultura, Morbid Visions. I didn't see anybody really pick this record, which is kind of weird because this is almost pretty much a death metal record, honestly. Yeah, you can probably say it's early first wave black metal as well, but nah, this is like, it's almost death metal. This is a new Renaissance version with the hype sticker. I just saw this Cavalier Conspiracy play a bunch of these songs. So fucking good, dude. Morbid Visions, Mayhem, Troops of Doom, War, Crucifixion. They took like all that shit that I just mentioned and put it into this record. Empire of the Damned, Funeral Rite, Show Me the Wrath. Just fucking amazing shit. He's got the fucking Hellhammer shirt there, so you know what you're gonna get. Anthrace, fucking sure. Amazing fucking death thrash. I mean, vocally, this and Hellhammer, you're almost looking at death metal, man. That's why when I talk about more stuff, it's almost like this is just death metal, if you want to call it that. Just wasn't a term back then. So now we go to '87. Necrophagia, Season of the Dead. Again, I didn't see anybody put this on their list. Then again, everybody was just putting death metal records. How I got into death metal? By listening to death metal? Well, that makes sense. I mean, this is one of the first death metal records, in my opinion. This and Scream Bloody Gore. I mean, you can add Possessed in there too. Vocals are very rough, but there was a lot of bands that had rough vocals at the time. Creator, Sodom, Celtic Frost. So, but for this one really sticks with me because it's all based on horror movies. Forbidden Pleasure, Bleeding Torment, Insane for Blood, Ancient Slumber, Evil Dead Again, Mental Decay, Abomination. Yeah, just amazing songwriting, man. Every song's a banger. Killjoy is fucking genius, man. He's got the fucking Fangoria sleeveless. What's up, dude? What are you, zombie? Wearing that fucking Fangoria sleeveless? Sick Drew Elliott art. I mean, this shit. It's untouchable, right? Alright, speaking of that, we got death. Yeah. Scream Bloody Gore. There it is, man. Combat Press. Still in the shrink. One of the copies I have in the shrink. Got this at Streetlight for $3.95. I was the only guy buying fucking death metal vinyl back then. Nobody gave a shit. With the fucking combat fucking logo. But yeah, man. What are you gonna say? Every song was just perfect. Infernal Death, Zombie Ritual about Zombie from Fulci, Denial of Life, Sacrificial, Mutilation, Regurgitated Guts from Gates of Hell, Torn to Pieces, Evil Dead again, and Scream Bloody Gore. And then they had Beyond the Grave, which was based on the Beyond, another Fulci film. So very, very horror-based lyrics, and with Chris Reifert from Autopsy. John Hand played a big part in this record. Rest in peace, bro. Just kidding. I don't know if John Hand's dead. He didn't actually play on like any death shit, but it's cool. Yeah, this album's a masterpiece, man. Best death album in my opinion. Everything after this is subpar. This is just amazing fucking old school fucking death metal. The demos as well. I might get into one of the demos later. Let's talk about this one. Slaughter. Strapato. The Cursed Disintegrator. Make way for the Incinerator. Fucking badass. Fuck of Death. Tortured Souls. Nocturnal Hell. Tales of the Macabre. Canadian fucking masters, man. This shit. I mean, even Chuck played in this band for a minute. Yeah, fucking rules. Another one that just, I think that's from '87. But yeah, man, just a fucking banger. All these records just came out at the same time. So this one isn't really death metal, but it had me on my journey. I was listening to this a lot, man. Bathory, Under the Sign of Black Mark, man. This record, fucking banger. Again, in the shrink. On New Renaissance Records. This record blew me away. I remember I would always jam this, like, driving to band practice. And I remember, like, the bass player was in the car, and he's like, I want the vocals to sound like this. This is how I want the band to sound. I was like, okay, dude. And then they kicked me out of the band because my vocals were too rough. I had that. It was that and Morbid Visions on the back of that cassette. I was like, you can't kick me out of the band. I made the band, dude. You guys can fuck off. Me and Eric fucking made this band. My guitar player. Like, we were the ones that wrote all the music and the fucking lyrics. Can't kick out the main dudes. They tried. Didn't happen. But anyways. Up next, another massive banger from '87. Sarcophago, INRI. That Coggy Mellow shit, dude. So good. I remember getting this. Really wanted this record. I had the demo. Same thing with Mutilator. Had that demo. Love this shit. This and Holocausto, but man, so good. Remember just jamming this shit all the time. Satanic Lust, Desecration of a Virgin, Nightmare. Fucking heavy as fuck. Christ Death, Ready to Fucky. Who isn't ready to fucky? Death Thrash and Last Slaughter. Man, shit fucking rules. I mean, this pretty much, I'm already into death metal. I mean, this is 87, and I'm already listening to all this stuff. I mean, just to, like, the kids at school were just listening to, like, Maiden, Priest, which I listened to as well, but there was only one kid I hung out with at school, Eric, and I met him. He's wearing he had a hand-drawn Slayer Live Undead on the back of his jacket, and I was like, oh, this guy might be cool, because I had no friends. I was hanging out with the punks, because I got kicked out of one school and went to this school, and I was like, I guess I just have to hang out with the punks, because I'm not hanging out with these fucking stoner dudes. And then I saw Eric, and I was like, dude, you like Slayer? Why do people always say that? Obviously, you like Slayer. You have it fucking drawn on the back of your jacket, but yeah, and he's like, yeah, you like Celtic Frost? Like, yes. But yeah, and then we would just hang out with, like, it was only two of us, and everybody thought we were crazy, and it was a good time. We would tell girls we were necrophiliacs and all that kind of shit. He would come to school with these giant upside-down crosses on his jacket, like real, like, crucifix. But yeah, and we would just listen to, like, the most extreme shit back then. All right, that's about it for the records. I just want to talk about a couple of comps. For me, Raging Death, you had on here Executioner, Pre-Obituary. This is 87 on Godly Records. Strangled Death by Lethal Presence. DDP, Destruction, Death, and Pain by Betrayal, Bay Area fucking thrash band. Brain Damage by Ravage, which was pre-Atheist. Kill Team by Sadist. And then the same bands on the second side, Like the Dead by Executioner, Another Sacrifice, Twisted Face by Sadist, Unholy Alliance, On They Slay by Ravage, Atheist. Fucking massive banger, dude. I used to jam this shit all the time. So fucking good and heavy. Really, really just trying to find new bands that were just heavier all the time back then. And this one too, from, I think this came out in 86 or 87. Yeah, 88 maybe. New Renaissance Records, Satan's Revenge Part 2. The Unsane, Necromantic Forces, Necromaniac Forces, Ripping Corpse, The Unblessed, Tempter, Death is for Burning, Damien, Final Day, Sacred Death with No Life, Anchor What with Died Young, Necrovore, got fucking Necrovore on here with Slaughtered Remains, Darkness from Germany with Armageddon, Severe Warning, It's Not Easy to Be the Antichrist, some fucking rules, Morbid Angel, Thy Kingdom Come, and Vacant Grave are on here too with Eternal Nightmare. Just a massive banger. New Renaissance, man. They had so many great compilations. Love all those. They got me into so many bands at the time. Just a fucking amazing record. Just fucking killer shit. So anyways, let's talk about some demos. I said I was going to talk about a death demo. We got Mutilation demo. My buddy Dean ordered this demo from Death, and I was like, oh, let me check it out, dude. Never gave it back. Still have it. So yeah, there you go. Which is cool because it's like handwritten inside with the band members. I don't know what version this is. I know there's a version that has lyrics. I don't know if that was from the band or if that came out later, but this is the one I have. And I didn't have enough tape space, so I recorded Blood Feast on the back. I think that's Kill for Pleasure on the back of that. Slaughter Lord from Australia, Taste of Blood. This came out in 87 too, I believe. Man, so good, dude. Really, really fucking a crushing demo. One of my favorite demos. Came with a full fucking fold out. So fucking good. Love this demo. One of the best things ever. And then the songs on here are so well written. Taste for Blood. Shit. Yeah, if you haven't heard fucking Slaughter Lord, definitely check it out. Killer fucking shit. And then when I was doing these demos, I'll just show you, like, I was like reading magazines like Metal Forces to like find bands. So like these were like, because they would always have like a poster in the middle, and then on the back they would have like this one has Beneath the Remains. They would have like ratings to records, but they would have a pen banger section, so a tape trade with a bunch of these people. That's this Slayer fucking fold out. But even then, like, oh yeah, you got pen bangers on the back, and this would be like a bunch of people trying to trade overseas. 19-year-old mega thrasher. And they would be like, they would have all these different tapes, but you can see, like, even then, like, this is their demo shit. Anacrasis is in here. They would always have like fucking glam shit too, like randomly, like Poison, but it was like very small, like Celtic Frost, Into the Pandemonium ad, Heresy, one of my favorite fucking bands. Thrashers, Death Angel, fucking Holy Terror, and Death. And it gave the rating. Death Angel got a 96 in Metal Forces review. Holy Terror got a 98, and Death got a 97. So you better check them out. What else is in here? They had like ordering things. There's Death right there. I think that's before. There's Necrophagia as well, the ad for Season of the Dead. Some Bathory. I mean, this shit had everything in it, dude. You couldn't get that shit in the States. You only had like Metal Maniacs, Mortal Sin. All these ads are so cool. Eviction. They would always add in some like random like fucking glam shit. Just Acid Rain. Gotta get that UK shit in there. That was always all the UK fucking scenes. Would always like promote all the UK bands. Sabbath album rules. I'm not hating. There's a big fucking Sabbath ad. But yeah, these zines were like, and then like at the time too, reading shit like Fangoria, Evil Dead. Was heavily into punk and hardcore too, with Maximum Rock and Roll. There's one of the fucking Metal Manias. Vampire Tales. I was reading a lot of horror comics. Creepy. More Fangoria, Fulci shit. Just stuff I was into. Gates of Hell. Deep Red was a big magazine for me at the time. Fanzines like Atmosphere, trying to find out bands and stuff like that. Writing to bands, so that's where I was finding all these demos. I was also really into fucking underground, like rap and hip hop at the time too. Anything that was anti-establishment, anti-fucking cops. I was really into that kind of stuff. Still am. But yeah, any Bay Area gangster rap, or it's just the people I hung out with. Very, I hung out with like a lot of gangbangers and drug dealers and shit like that. It's just the people that were in my neighborhood, or the people that I worked with or whatever. We would go to parties. We just have fucking oldie and buckets and fucking blunts on the table. Shit like that in the early 90s, mid 90s. So I was into all that kind of stuff too. So I was into a lot of music. Incubus from Florida, fucking classic. Mike Browning was in this band from Morbid Angel, Nocturnus, evil fucking shit. I had this 7-inch too, but this demo got a lot of play, man. And again, God Died on His Knees, Reanimators, Mutilations, everything was like, we were watching all those horror movies too, because they were all coming out. Reanimator, fucking Hellraiser, Evil Dead, Evil Speak, the gorier the better, Make Them Die Slowly, Cannibal Holocaust, Faces of Death. We'd watch that shit constantly, man. And then the metal videos like fucking Ultimate Revenge and Decaying Visions compilations with Deceased and Mortician, Incantation, Immolation, Revenant, Morbid Angel, obviously. But yeah, man, this one fucking killer. And then you got this band, dude. Massive influence, still is. Nihilist demos. These guys are my jam they still are my jam, but I love these. This is just took fucking death metal to a next level for me. These three demos and the Entomb demo, even though I felt like they kind of like slid off a little bit with Entombed, it wasn't as aggressive as Nihilist. But I love the Entombed demo and the record, the first record. Real good shit. I mean, most of the record from the first Left Hand Path is all these songs except for Left Hand Path. It's all songs from the demo. Just amazing shit, dude. Swedish death metal with that fucking HM2 tone. Just ripping shit. Those from like 88 and 89. Massive, dude. Everybody had the fucking Nihilist demos. Speaking of Sweden, you had the fucking Grave in Anatomia, Corporis Humani from 89. Massive, dude. Heavy fucking shit. This and the Putrefaction, Corpse. But this one, man, I remember getting this and just being fucking demolished. Sweden was taking over fucking death metal at the time. And then with the US came back, dude, with Autopsy. Both these demos, holy shit, dude. They took death and just fucking put them in their place. But yeah, both these demos fucking rule. Human Genocide and Bomb, Stillborn, Mauled to Death. Mauled to Death, dude. About a pit bull attack. Critical Madness. Charred Remains, Ridden with Disease, Critical Madness. Again, it's like just the songs that are on the record. But these are raw and fucking heavy as fuck. These two demos gotta be two, like this and the Nihilist, and a couple more I'll show you, are just my fucking favorite death metal fucking demos. Essential to me going on and, you know, ordering like the Convulse demo, Abhorrence, you know, bands from other countries, Death Crush by Mayhem, shit like that. Nocturnus, The Science of Horror. I remember getting this. I was so excited getting this fucking demo. Before Christ, After Death, Standing in Blood, Neolithic, Undead Journey. Man, this demo fucking rules. I was not disappointed. I remember getting this in the mail and just being like fucking blown away. Still am, man. It's a really good demo. I love the key too, but this demo, some amazing shit. Although I'm afraid to play it. It might snap. Just listen to it on the YouTubes. Um, Morbid Angel, Thy Kingdom Come. Again, another. I'll just pull these last two, dude. Because these two are very important for me. Remember, just getting a sticker from Morbid Angel, putting it on my jacket, and never even knew what they were. I was just like, that's a cool fucking logo. And these came out in fucking, what, 86? Well, Abomination's 86 and 87 for Thy Kingdom Come. Mike Browning singing on this one, David Vincent on this one. But yeah, even both of these are so fucking good. Every song on here is a massive banger, and then they came out with fucking, the full length, which is fucking amazing too. But these two for me are the best. Morbid Angel, just amazing fucking shit. But anyways, it's what I got. It's my journey into death metal. I don't know if I went over 20, probably got like 23 in there or something like that. I'm not trying to count. I mean, we're just doing this video to have fun, talk about fucking early death metal and that kind of shit. Drink a 40. Go check out the other videos from way back, dude. It's crazy. Check out Metal Mickey. Check out Steve. S&T Young. Guttural Monk. I was surprised, dude. I looked at like a couple of those videos. They have like 59,000 views. It's insane. So give me those views, okay? This is a non-monetized video. Yeah, I'm not trying to make any money on this. I'm just trying to fucking hang out with you dudes. Talk about fucking death metal. Where it came from. And where it's going, right? I mean, how many bands do we have now? There's so many. Just don't have the feeling. Well, I mean, there's some, but a lot of bands it's kind of pointless at this point. You already heard everything that's good. So, not to say I don't listen to new death metal, because I do all the time, but it's not gonna compare to like me hearing like Morbid Angel for the first time, or Necrophagia, or Possessed. Like hearing that shit when you were a kid, and now you're an old man. You're just like, fuck, dude. I lived through that shit. Which is cool, because you even see kids today like, oh, this fucking Morbid Angel's is shit. Like, they know. It still holds up, so. Anyways, cheers, guys. Hope you liked the video. Leave me a lot of fucking comments. Alright, fuck off. Stay metal.